it was kind of impossible not to be a little bit scared of George, just because it was sort of like he's like Hollywood royalty, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like he's
he
he's
is.
he's like he's basically the closest thing I've come to, meeting, that those guys from like the golden age of Hollywood, I guess. I may be sort of dating him inaccurately, but he's the closest thing I've come to meeting someone on that caliber of being a celebrity. And at the same time, it was really cool to just learn that he really just is a guy that just loves to be where the jokes are, like he just gravitate wherever on set where there was just a couple people shooting the shit. And it was cool because I thought it humanized him to a certain degree, like it's pretty intimidating to, be acting in front of this guy. And at the same time, he never really made me feel uncomfortable. He, allowed me to sort of do my own thing. And yet he gave me some really great, directorial advice. There's one scene in that movie where, you know, I remember a good coach of mine, described television as action with moments of silence,
Hmm.
periods of stillness. And I think this movie is a lot of action with periods of stillness. You
Right.
have, the moment between, Ulrichsen and his wife, or, Joe and, Joe and Hadley's character, right? And there's this beautiful moment, and I got to have a moment of stillness in the film myself. It's really cool. There's that moment on the train, and that was the only time I really felt like I had to
Where
be.
you call yourself a thief, right? Where you call yourself a
Yeah,
thief.
yeah,
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 yeah. It's a
yeah.
great scene. I liked it. Yeah.
It was so cool to get to have that moment. I'm really glad that everyone on the team, all the characters, all the boys, get to have a little moment for themselves. And I was super lucky for that to be mine. And I remember asking George, like, hey, what is this? Like, what should this be? Like, I kind of just wanted him to tell me how to do it. You know what I mean? I kind of wanted
Yeah.
him to just give me the answer, because that's always, yeah, I'm always looking for the answer to things. But, it was cool. He didn't really give me an answer. He basically said, like, look, if you don't even want to look at the guy, you don't have to look at him. Okay. It doesn't need to be anything. And I think that was exactly what I needed to hear.